coming at you from a very winter weather-ish part of the U.S. here in the Midwest. I'm in the state of Minnesota. And yeah, I'm just looking out my window right now, and we got some snow. So good day to stay indoors and play some chess. How's everyone doing? I hope you've had a great weekend. I'm going to be playing 3+0 Blitz for the next 2 hours. As usual, anyone can challenge. There's no priority given to, if you're a sub on Twitch or whatnot. No, we don't do any of that. It's just whoever wants to challenge and play. And also, as usual, very unlikely that I'm able to play everyone who wants a game, so apologies in advance for that. I do have over 50 challenges at the moment, but I'll try to play as many people as possible. We'll try to get in quite a few games here. So, once again, thanks everyone for joining. Hello, Malcolm. Yeah, hope we get a game as well. What's up, Harry Chess? Hello, Addy the Daddy. Greetings. Yeah, hello to our YouTube viewers as well. We're on both Twitch and YouTube. Okay. Queenless middle game here. White has a somewhat fractured structure, so let's see what we can make of that. You guys like this background, by the way? I might change it up at some point. But I have used this in the past, and I kind of like it. If you didn't know, you can customize your own background on Lichess. So they have the traditional ones, like the preloaded backgrounds, the light mode, which everyone hates, the dark mode, which you guys tend to prefer, the dark board, which I don't see too many people use. It's basically just like a slightly lighter version of the dark mode, it seems to me. But you can also select transparent, and then you can put in your own URL to an image. Like if you upload it to an image processing site or an image uploading site. So I actually got this one from someone who posted it on Reddit a while back, and I liked it. So I've been using it. Greetings, Ag. What's up, Dark Project? Good afternoon. Okay. Thinking I might have to take that. Although let's actually go here. Bishop e4 is a good move. It's kind of an annoying move. I think I do got to take this bishop. I would perhaps like to keep more material on board, but I think we got to do that. Let's see what happens. Good game so far by Volk. Oh, hello, Fish Emoji. Well, Fish Emoji, you'll be happy because unlike some of my streams on my personal channel, this stream is guaranteed to go 2 hours. Hey, Grace Sensei. Greetings to Charles on YouTube, by the way. Let me give a shout out to the YouTube viewers. All right, let's go Rook D8. I was playing a little Blitz last night myself. I was playing on chess.com, and I was getting a little beat up. I can tell I'm a bit rusty when it comes to high-level Blitz. So, if someone's going to knock me off, today might be a good day to do it. Hey, what's up, Mountain Ren? Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate you all. John's going to need a full 4 ounces of coffee. He's going to make it the full 2 hours. Yeah. Well, I've got the one coffee here. This is, I had a free drink from Starbucks. So I got a vanilla sweet cream nitro cold brew, which is a very fancy name for a highly caffeinated drink. It's pretty good. It's not bad. And then I have some other coffee too as backup, just from my building. How do you send a challenge on Lichess? Use this command. I'm going to put it in the Twitch chat. !challenge. That gives you a direct link you can use to challenge. Those of you following on YouTube, if you want to challenge me, my username is Fins. You can actually type in my profile name on there, or you can go to your main Lichess page and do challenge a friend. I think that's what it's called, play a friend. You could type that in, and it's got to be 3+0. That's the only stipulation. Rated, unrated, doesn't matter, but has to be 3+0. All right. Yeah, I'm really kind of struggling here to create winning chances. Let's try to play b5. I'm going to try to keep the knight out of c4 at least. All right, let's take that. Let's go here. Try to maybe infiltrate here. That's the plan, at least at the moment. But yeah, Vok doing a great job here of making this a complicated battle. Giving no quarter. There's some lag going on. Maybe not. All right. Well, now I can win a pawn. Okay. This looks quite good at this point, but you never know. I'm going to try to trap that knight. Okay. Very good game, Vok. Yeah, that one was pretty even. I think you were certainly holding your own, even when the pawns were a little bit damaged. Like you had this set of F pawns that was not looking too hot, but the engine says you're fine. And you played well, too. White could have won on time if he moved faster. I am inclined to agree with that. Yeah, this endgame, if it's better for black, it's probably pretty marginal. I felt like my structure was a little healthier. 2 pawn islands against white's 3. Also bishop versus knight, but I think it's enough for white to draw. Maybe once we get here, it is a little tricky for white because the bishop does a good job at dominating the knight, and my king is pretty active. But time was a big factor at this point, and it looks like it is winning. But yeah, competitive game. Thank you very much. Okay, Leo, 15-12. Good luck. Oh, that was that a pre-move? Pre-moving the Scandi? I love it. Hey, sound accord. Good to hear, man. This is only 800 rapid, but I used a hook mate after seeing it in your chessable course. Very nice. Yeah, that's a cool checkmate with a rook and a knight. A hook mate. All right, let's play queen e2. A little bit of a passive approach here by black. I might try to castle queenside. Let's see. Yeah. And I think I'm going to play knight e5, and I'm going to dare black to take on g2. This would, I think, not be a wise pawn to capture, but Leo is doing it. And let's see if I get this attack down the g-file as I'm intending. There's stuff like bishop h6 coming, maybe a sack on f7. Sort of depends where black puts this bishop, but dangerous pawn to grab right in front of the king. Yeah, let's play bishop h6. This almost forces knight e8 unless black's willing to give up an exchange. Yeah, black's going to give up the exchange. I'm briefly thinking about this and then trying to play for mate somehow, but it looks unnecessary. So let's just take. Ooh, I really want to crash through here. Take, queen takes. Such a tempting operation. You know what? This is Lichess plays. Let's go for it. Yeah, I hope so as well, 2001 Gilbert. Yeah, hopefully we can get a game in. Actually, I think black can hide in the corner here, so this is probably not that great, but I have other big guns that can enter the game. Rook e1, for instance. I see actually kind of an interesting line. Let's see if this happens. I'm going to go here. All right. You guys smell what I'm cooking here? If black moves the bishop, I have a surprise. Okay. Yeah, black didn't do it. They're blundering this. I can also go check and then take on e7. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a quiz after this game. Fire on the Board. Yeah, I'm trying. Great book, by the way. How many of you have read that? Fire on Board by Alexei Shirov. There's 2 books, actually, with that in that series of Shirov's games. What to do now? Maybe just take this, huh? Yeah, let's just grab a pawn. Yeah, I like the first book in the series better, but there was another one that he published as well. Can't remember if it has the same name or not. Let's go here. Surprise. And if queen takes d4, queen takes h7 is mate. So basically the queen has to stay guarding this pawn. Maybe rook left, maybe. But this square is covered by the bishop, so I think it's fine. Who will win the 2021 World Chess Championship match? Yeah, I mean, most everyone's predicting Nepo. Just kidding. Everyone's predicting Magnus. But maybe someone will go on record and make a bold prediction that Nepo will win. Probably won't be me, though. I think Magnus is a pretty clear favorite. Hard to argue that. This is actually a threat as well. Queen g5 or queen h4. But I was wondering about this recently. Like, has anyone on record said that they categorically think Nepo will win? Like any top player, let's say notable personality in the chess world? I haven't heard that at all. Okay, thank you, Leo. I think you might have had a chance to defend, let's say right around... Yeah, I went for this knight takes f7 sacrifice. Unnecessary, but if you play this position accurately, you might be able to defend. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little quiz here. So I'm double attacking the bishop. Now, let's say black plays bishop d6. And I go check. This is a bit of, extrapolation. Let's say we get this position. White to move. How can white win? Oh, Karyakin and Bareyev has said that. Okay, interesting. Interesting about Bareyev's perspective. I haven't heard his name in a while. Oh, very good. Very good, Marius. Also, Lafatus, Malcolm. We got some first-time chatters here who got that move right away. Many of you got it. Very good. You guys are tactically sharp. Rook e8. Beautiful move, right? Yeah. Yeah, deflection idea or a blocking sacrifice. Black can take this rook in two ways, but queen takes e8, runs into queen takes f6. That's the deflection, deflecting the queen away from guarding. And that's game over on the diagonals here. And if knight takes e8, that blocks the queen from guarding g8. So now this will work, protected by the bishop. So I had something like that in mind. I was hoping black would play it. However, it does look like bishop f8 might be okay here. And the point there is that on check here, rook e8 doesn't work because after queen takes e8, queen takes f6, black can block with the bishop. So I would have had to come up with some alternative approach. Yenjin thinks white's a little bit better. Honestly, I'm not so sure about that. King b1 being the only move to keep my advantage, evidently. Who knows why? But yeah, I couldn't resist going for knight takes f7. In general, though, when you're up this much material, that's not a type of sacrifice that you have to go for by any means, unless it's clear. Okay, thank you for the game, Leo. Yeah, and I think overall taking that pawn on g2 is just too dangerous. Also, the setup you used is a little bit passive, but if you go knight bd7, you might be okay. Hello, Yash, by the way, on YouTube. Greetings. Okay, Montoya J. Congratulations, Crooked Rooks, by the way. Yeah, on your progress in Rapid. Let's play Smith Morrow. We're getting very close to the World Championship. Speaking of the World Championship, I'm getting excited. I don't know about you guys, but the chess world seems to stop and pay attention to that event whenever it happens. It tends to set the trends for openings as well. Everyone in the chess world takes notice of the World Championship. Okay, this is a bit annoying, actually, how to defend this effectively. Feel like I might have to take. Don't really want to play this move, but I'm going to do it. And then I'm just going to play bishop d3 and castle. Hello, Frederick. Yeah, problem is I can't really put the camera anywhere else that makes a whole lot of sense. So yeah, it does block the material. But I could try to put it on the left here maybe, but I'm kind of used to having it on the right-hand side. We have the European Team Championship until then. Yeah, that's a fun tournament to follow too. Those events are always cool. I like stuff like that. Of course, the Olympiad, the World Cup. The World Cup is probably my favorite chess tournament. Big knockout event. That's always fun to watch. All right. Yeah, I'm not working with much here. Let's play knight e4. Let's try to get the knight over a little bit. Maybe on a good day, some sort of Greek gift idea, although my bishop is currently blocked. Oh, very nice, Telos. Yeah, thanks for tuning in for the first time. A5. I think that indicates that black wants to play this move with the protection of the rook. So let me think if I can take advantage of that in some way. Don't see an obvious way. If I attack this bishop, it's just going to retreat. I mean, I could play queen e2. Definitely thinking about queen h5. I think that's a move that makes a good deal of sense here. Let's try it. Knight g5 also maybe made sense. Knight g5, g6. I was briefly looking at knight takes h7. Seems a little too wild, though. Okay. Man. Knight f6 looks obvious here to open up for queen takes h7 mate, right? But this is the defense. Something about this feels wrong for black, you know? I can go here. No, I can't go there because of takes in that defense. I feel like there's attack. I'm even briefly thinking about stuff like that, but that's just too much. Maybe there's no tactic here. Maybe not. All right. Well, I'm gonna go here. As much as I would like to play a tactical sequence, something decisive looking, I'm not seeing it, so I got to make a move. Yeah, bishop c2 is interesting as well, although bishop takes f1, not sure. We'll take a look after the game. Yeah, that match against Karyakin was a difficult world championship for sure. No doubt there. I got to make a move. Need to come up with something. Let's play f3. This is going sideways a little bit for me. Bishop g5, f6 is not something I really liked. I'm just going to try to get developed now. I might still play this, but I want this knight to be secure. Fortunately, f5 can be met by this. So for the moment, that looks secure. But got to be careful. That's for sure. Knight f4, I think I can take here. Yeah. And I'm on the queen, fortunately. So I actually want to work in that sequence. All right, so it looks like I'm going to take this game. Not the cleanest, especially in terms of my time management. I've been doing that lately. I've been falling into a bit of a trance in positions that look promising, but ultimately I can't find anything. So I have to break that habit. Never play f3. Yeah, that felt necessary, though. Hey, Numeroid, how's it going? Okay, thanks for the game on Toya J. Tricky. GG. Let's just see for a second. You might have had... Yeah, it looks like a big time edge right here. Right when my coordination has been broken. Ah, the engine wants you to play queen e7. Do you guys see what the difference is between queen e7 and rook e8? Think about the way I defended against rook e8. Ooh, although that's losing. We'll investigate that in a second. Queen here. I think one of the points is that on f3, f5 is playable with the rook defending. That would be my guess. Yeah, this is winning for black. So what was the problem with this? Okay, I should play rook h3. Because here, queen takes in. I'm hitting the rook as well. I did not see that. I briefly considered rook h3, but I didn't see that taking would hit the rook on e4. f3 is losing, huh? Queen b6 here. Queen b5. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, kind of seemed like my position was loose. If black was going to strike, this was the moment. Here, rook d1, because the rook's attacked. Queen here. And now if this... Oh, the pin. Rook takes e4. That's a rare pin idea with a piece behind. Yeah, that is winning. Wants to see it played out. Looks obvious, but not obvious in the moment. And what if I just develop here, like bishop g5 or something? Connecting the rooks. Still this happens. And I can't attack the queen or anything. So that's the idea. It's a double attack. Kind of sick. That'd make for a nice little tactical puzzle, actually. Black to move here and basically win in this position. And I could try rook d4 or something, but yeah, that's a problem. That's actually pretty clear cut once you start investigating the lines, but it's kind of a creeping move, queen b5. So a little hard to spot, but if you guys have any chess students or friends, training partners, you want to give them a little puzzle, maybe give them this. Looks like there's other moves that work as well. Queen a6, kind of similar. Okay, so thank you for the game, Montoya J. Let's keep rolling here. Hey, Malcolm. All right, here we go. You've been wanting the game. Let's do this. Let's play a Caro against Malcolm. Yeah, I agree, Randy. Yeah, tough to see that one. Do I only play subs? No, not at all. Anyone can challenge. As long as you have a Lichess account, you are free to challenge. There is no priority given. And do just know that it puts you into a pool of players, so I am selecting from this pool at random. So there's not like an order. Like if you challenge, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a game. So, I suggest just hanging out, taking it easy, watching the games. And you might just get one yourself. How many currently in the pool? Over 50. Oh, Steven on YouTube says, "Thank you, John. I saw that rook move. Nice." Lichess algorithm picks this up and constructs a puzzle. Yeah, maybe that will make it into the tactics trainer on Lichess. Thank you, Chess Mining. Minnesota already have snow? Yep, we got some snow yesterday. Yeah, it's about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So, below freezing. It's still relatively nice, though, in terms of being cold. It's not, like biting cold yet by any means. The wind has a lot to do with that, right? If it's below zero or below freezing, you just don't want it to be windy, suffice it to say. Can I take here? That might be a little too aggressive. I have a check, but he can block. Nah, not worth it. That's a good question, Marius. Maybe one of the Lichess mods can answer that, but I think it's algorithm based. That's my understanding. Uh-huh. And no joke confirms. It's cool. All right, let's take the bishop pair. We're going to go for it. Just neutralize this bishop. I don't think my bishop's doing much here. This position looks pretty level. I might slightly prefer my position. I like the bishop. Some weaknesses in the white camp, but it's not much. I'm going to castle this way. Oh, that's cool. The code is on GitHub. Yeah, I would imagine it does look for the swings in the advantage. To generate those puzzles. All right. Tempted to play this move here. This looks a little quirky. It seems to invite g4, but g4 would be a mistake because I get to trade queens and then take here. So I'm going to try to bait Malcolm. And I'm thinking this move might be useful in someday playing this and trying to create some problems. And if takes, I'm actually kind of happy to take this way towards the center. I feel like that will be helpful. Yeah, hopefully, Charles. Hopefully we'll get a game. Tough opponent? Yeah, Malcolm's good. Definitely. Let's go here. Attack. All right, I'm generating some pressure now. Rook e2, probably not a move that white wants to play because this knight is sealed in. I'm thinking about maybe c5 at this point. Maybe even e5, but I kind of like the look of c5 even more. And now let's take this way. Yeah. We're going to attack this rook. Rook d3 and now c4. And that rook has been sealed off. Okay. And now just got to get the job done. Take that. Trade. Again, keep the knight out. Defend everything here. I think now... Not thrilled to play this, but I think it's probably okay. Malcolm didn't have any time. All right. Thank you for the game, Malcolm. Yeah, so you got a little confounded in the middle game. You were running low on time at this point. Yeah, again, I think this is somewhat better for black. It feels like I have a bit of pressure here. Nothing crazy. Quarter pawn, maybe. Half pawn. So, I think in this setup, black gets a fairly decent position. Maybe you could somehow play more aggressive, like an earlier f3, knight f4, something like that. But mostly just had to move a little faster. I know your pain. I frequently fall into that myself. You get a little bit behind in a level position, and then suddenly you're fighting for your life. So thanks for the game, Malcolm. 35 puzzles from John's Games. Nice, says Jimmy. That's cool. How do you check that, by the way? Good luck. Phalanthus. Good luck. Okay, let's play French defense. Yeah, no horsey set yet. We'll work up to it. We got a long ways to go still. There's a website that checks for you? Okay. Let's do this. Now, it looks like white can try the Greek gift here, but there's an important reason why it fails. And the reason is that when white plays queen h5 in that line, black will be able to play bishop f5 at the end and guard h7. So just in case you were wondering about that. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Nice. I didn't know about that. You can go on profile, go to puzzles, and there's a category that shows you the puzzles from your games. That's cool. Never play f6, but let's do it. Let's stop bishop g5 or knight g5. We have this defended, so that's all good. Okay, maybe here. I want to stop bishop f4. I feel like this piece is awkward for white, so let's prevent white from trading it off. That's cool. It shows you the puzzles that you're on the better side and also the executing side and the victim side as well. Can I play the English rat opening? Yeah, I can try that. I like to play that line. I like it because it breaks the rule of openings being named after animals being bad. It kind of breaks that paradigm. The English rat is a pretty decent line. I'm looking for knight f5 next, by the way. Maybe queen d3 makes sense here to try to stop that. Yeah, hedgehog. That's another one that breaks it. Hippo's decent. Hippo's decent. Okay, queen d3 does cover. Good move. Let's play g6. Pre-move this just in case white thinks that I've catastrophically blundered. Take. Yeah, I guess I can do it. Take and knight d5 probably. If knight c3, I can go here and reinforce. Hey, handles. Right, that's a debate we've had before if the dragon counts as an animal, being a mythical creature. Okay, so again, pressure here. Probably just king g7 at this point. Defend the pawn. Just want everything secure. I've got some nice pressure now. Again, this bishop is a target. I can reinforce this knight if needed. Let's do that now. I'm going to go here. Any book recommendations for middle game plans? Depends on your level. I really like Johan Helston's book, Mastering Chess Strategy. However, that is fairly high level. Otherwise, I would probably recommend a games collection. Something like Logical Chess by Irving Chernev. Chess Fundamentals by Capablanca. That's a free book. It's in the public domain. You can even download it, or there's a Lichess study with that material in it as well that I found recently. I'm going to go for a queen trade here. Gets my pawn closer to the center. Just kind of an unpleasant position for white to play because they have weaknesses. Not hugely worse for white in the short term, but in the long term, white will be suffering. Hello, Imha. How you doing? Why no Starbucks? Oh, I've got it. This is Starbucks. Okay, let's bring the king up. We're going to be patient here. Real patient. It's probably not going to matter much because of the time. But looking to make incremental progress in this position. Yeah, that's right, Imha. I was streaming for quite a while yesterday. It's true. Bring this up. I don't mind giving up the file. It's not a big deal because, remember, files only tend to be useful if the opponent can actually infiltrate down them. And I have all those squares covered, so I think this is all good. Yeah, and Valanthus runs out of time. But that endgame was looking quite difficult, just due to the weaknesses in white's position. Thanks for the game, Valanthus. Yeah, so I think your bishop on e3 just turned out to be a little too passive. That's fairly high level, but you don't really want that bishop wedged in there. I would have maybe tried to improve that earlier on. So thanks for the game. Who's up next? JDS. Let's do this. Let's play D4 in this one. John, are you working towards GM? Not at the moment. I have not been studying a whole lot, training. The only stuff I've done has been very casual. The only playing I've been doing has been online. English Ret. You can't play the English Ret with white, though. The English Ret is a black opening. It's D4, D6, C4, E5. If I'm remembering correctly. JDS, are you there? Yes, you are. Okay. Let's play a Trompowsky. Bishop G5. Hardly ever play this opening. I played against it way more often. But let's give it a shot. See what happens. E4. Okay. Could just build in the center. Bishop D3. I think that makes a decent amount of sense here. E5 as well makes sense. I think I'll just take now. And yeah, let's play E5 with tempo. Queen E2. So if black castles, I want to be ready to play this move, basically. And then solidify the pawn center. Hey, Gary. Yeah, my pleasure. Hope you had a good stream last night. P. Balkas, thank you for the raid. If you're just joining, this is Lichess Plays. It's a revolving series of streamers that Lichess gets to play viewers. And it's a lot of fun. Play Blitz for 2 hours. Anyone can challenge. We just hang out. It's always a good time. Okay, so now I can check here or here. This looks like trouble for my opponent. Can also try to sneak the knight in some capacity. I think I'm going to check with the queen. Debatable which one's best. Let's check with the queen. And I'll go here next. Try to sneak this in. If black goes there, I was just about to say, now I can play bishop g6 if I want. Let's do it, because it's just kind of a funny move, forcing the queen back. That does actually take the square away that I want to put my knight in on, but I must play it. I agree. This does look super unpleasant for black. Let's play f5. Maximum tension here. Maybe I'll be castling, putting a rook on f1 towards that black king. Okay. Yeah, let's just castle. I do not mind black taking here. I'm in favor of this f-file opening up. Thank you, Waldorf, for tuning in. All right. Do we get everyone involved here, or do I just take on f5? Knight h4. Lots of good moves. Let's take here, actually. Hey, Zorak. Likewise, good to see you. Oh, thank you, Waldorf. John, what is your view on the level of play Hans is currently displaying? I mean, unbelievable, yeah. Hans is a fantastic player. His rise has been meteoric this year. So he's a big-time player to watch. He could be 2,700, I think, in another, couple of years, maybe. I'm tempted to say maybe one more year at the rate he's climbing, but you got to imagine that's going to slow down a little bit. But he's already, firmly in the 2,600s. Still super young. Still a teenager. So impressive. Hey, CIS Chess. Good to see you too. Shout out to Chess in the Schools in New York. Fantastic organization. I used to work for them a little bit when I lived in New York 10 years ago. So excellent organization, helping people play chess, kids play chess in the city. Let's take this, and now rook e8. All right. Do I get fancy here and play this move? Let's just bring the knight in the game. Keep the queen active. Always get fancy. It was tempting. It was quite tempting. Yeah, my pleasure, CIS Chess. If you happen to live in the New York City area, CIS runs a really fun event that's open to the public every year on Labor Day. And it's called Chess in the Parks. So that would be a good way to, get involved in some over-the-board chess in a very casual environment if you've never done it before. Also support a good cause. I think they get upwards of 500, 600, 700 people who show up. Kids, adults. It's just a big community chess event right in Central Park. Pawn mate. All right, we get the rare pawn checkmate. Thank you, JDS. Yeah, so allowing that check on G6 was too much here, or that check on H5, I should say, was too much. But this position already looks a little cramped for you. I think if you can keep it closed, maybe here, D6, you might have a chance. But these pawns are pretty imposing. So I think we got to trace things back a little bit. This whole setup's a little bit passive for you. Here they usually play H6, because if bishop H4, there's G5 followed by knight takes E4. So H6 I would take. That's a bit better version of what we had. Oh, you guys like that checkmate? Yeah, always fun to checkmate with a pawn, right? Oh, B, buck B. All right. I was wondering if I was going to face a buck B today. So, B, buck B. Greetings. Hopefully you're there. Okay, good luck. Let's play Alekhine's defense. Aljochin's defense. Knight C3, solid move, solid. Okay, let's go D5. Some Scandi flavor in here. Oh, cool. CIS says we also run weekly Sunday Lichess events now at 10 a.m. and have 2 scholastic sections and an adult section. And thanks to Chessable, we even have some great prizes in the top 7 in each section. Okay, excellent. So you guys can check that out as well if you're looking for fun, organized competition. Okay, Buckbees. Yeah, you got the chat rooting for you. Okay, Charles, I will look for your username on Lichess. Hopefully we do play. So this is like a normal Scandi, but with a pair of knights traded, which I got to imagine somewhat favors black just because, well, I don't know about that. That would be my default reasoning, that it would favor black because the queen can't easily be bothered. However, white could use the c-pawn at some point. That is possible, so we'll see what happens. Now, typical trap here, if I take on f3 and then try to play queen takes d4, I will lose the game because a bishop takes c6 check, and my queen will hang. So let's not do that. We can't make it that easy for B buck B. Thank you, Jemmy Hop, by the way, for tuning in. Awesome. Congratulations, Two Chins, by the way. Became president of their university chess club yesterday. All right. Let's take here. Knight takes d4. I'll probably play this. Yeah, pawn takes looks better. I think that's a more advisable way to continue. I could try to win a pawn here, but I think B buck B is going to get some compensation out of that. So let's play bishop d6. I have a wild idea that the engine will surely hate, but I might do it. h3, h5. Little fishing pole idea. Let's see. Let's do it. And let's play it quickly to act as if we've calculated everything here, when in fact, it may be a bluff. That's right, LB Hikes. Oh, B buck B. Yeah, they're suspicious of what I'm up to. Understandable. Let's really make it clear that we're walling in that bishop and offering it up. So the idea is to open the H file. And with the bishop patrolling, looking at H2, white may have their work cut out for them. Okay, queen D3. B buck B making it clear they want nothing to do with capturing that bishop. That's fair. I can play f4. Probably should now, huh? I might have to clear the way myself, like g5, bishop f5, g4 at some point. That may have to be played. Let's keep going. Diffuser says, take this bait. Zorak says, don't grab the bait. Getting conflicting messages. Yeah, B Buckbee's doing a good job of not falling for anything here. All right, I'm going to try this. Queen c4 now kind of bails out a bit. Yeah, Queen c3, yeah, I don't know about. Although I do have to watch out for bishop c4, to be fair. I really want to play this move, though. You know? Probably this is a better idea, though. Let's go here. Defend. Gives my queen access to f5 as well. To act as if we calculated everything. Love it. Yeah. You know, that definitely happens in games, right? Like when your opponents play aggressive moves quite quickly, I think mentally we assign greater value to them, right? This is especially evident over the board. It has a real big effect over the board by the manner in which someone makes a move. And it becomes a bit of a guessing game as to whether they're bluffing or whether they've calculated the full implications of some intense-looking move. All right, I feel like we're close here. Moving in for the kill. Lots of good-looking moves. Let's play f3. This looks thematic. Could also take g2, but I'm going to play f3. Well, thank you, Rockets fan. Yeah, believe me, that was tested yesterday. I had some rough games yesterday, for sure. All right, probably just take here. And if takes here, I was thinking take down there. Now let's take this one. And then this can happen. Knight f3 check, unveiling the attack here. Also, the king has serious problems. Okay, thank you for the game, B Buckbee. You know, I think you did a pretty good job of keeping things together here and not taking the bait. Although I do wonder, let's just check. It does look pretty dangerous to take it right away because of, you know, all the tactics here. It might be a scenario, honestly, where in practice, let's just say this happens. So right here, take, let's say knight g5. Yeah, I guess this is pretty clear cut in this case because I get the check and then the discovery to win the knight. But there are some circumstances where I would have nothing better than a perpetual, according to the engine. I wonder if coming up, though, you could take it. Yeah, it still doesn't recommend taking. It says stay solid. Yeah, looks like black's better here. I'm trying to find some resource for you, but it is tough. Especially once those pawns get rolling. That's quite difficult. Oh, bishop b4. I didn't even consider that move. That would be strong. So thanks for the game, B Buckbee. I look forward to playing K Buckbee in the near future. Or possibly there's a third Buckbee as well, I think. Miss Selly, good luck. Okay, let's play knight f6. Maybe a Grunfeld or a Nimzo. Let's play a Grunfeld. I really want to learn this opening. It's one defense against d4 I would love to master. This or the King's Indian. What would you guys rather, if you could get, you know, perfect super GM level knowledge in an opening against d4, what would it be? I'm kind of curious. Nimzo, Semislav, Grunfeld, King's Indian. Definitely the England. King's Indian. A lot of King's Indian votes. Interesting. Semislav, yeah. It'd be cool to know the Botanik variation of the Semislav in absolute detail. That would be pretty sweet. All right, let's take this and play knight c6. Yeah, I'm kind of inclined to say Grunfeld. It's close for me between Grunfeld and King's Indian because I don't have a ton of experience on the black side in either of those openings. I did play King's Indian a bit when I was younger, but I don't think I ever seriously studied it. But it would be nice to just know the intricacies of those positions. Okay, this is kind of like a normal Grunfeld line, but white has wasted a move by playing bishop d3 and now bishop c4. And this is where white can experience serious problems defending this pawn. People always avoid Nimzo. Yeah, I guess with the Nimzo, that's always the thing. If you play d4, knight f6, c4, e6, you got to be ready against knight c3, knight f3, and g3, all on move 3. You know, so there's just a number of different lines you got to be prepared for. Can I take this? Take. I think I can. Let's do it. They could be diffuser. Yeah. You know, the Slav can be played more strategically. I'm going to insert this so I can win the bishop on d4. Yeah, the Slav and the semi-Slav can lead to different types of games. Some dynamic, some even on the more passive side for black. A lot of them in between. Okay, so now I'm hitting this bishop, so white can't take here. And if Miceli secures the bishop, it might be nice to keep the king in the center, although that's hard to do, honestly, because I can play check, but we're kind of just looking at an endgame here. So I think I'm just going to play e6. I know this allows white to castle, but I'll try to gradually win with the extra pawn here. Look to advance and cause some problems. Oh, did I have queen b4 check? Yeah, queen b4. Even there, I'm not so sure. King e2. Although in hindsight, yeah, it might be better to try to keep their king in the middle. All right, queen there. I feel like f4 might happen, but let's play a4. a4 looks thematic. I want to keep my pawns in a position to restrict their bishop. Rook c5. Okay, I could play this one. That's a pretty safe bet. I think that will win a pawn because I can take a2. Very tempted to do this as well. That actually looks pretty interesting. Nah, not worth it though. Just play the queen in. Yeah, the dark square bishop can be a monster in the Grunfeld. That's right. So rook c2, I can play queen a3. And then this bishop is trapped. It'd be nice if white could play bishop takes f7 check, but remember, I've got that pawn in the way. So importantly here, I can take. They can throw that in, but they're going to lose a bishop for a couple pawns. So that's a big time issue. Oh, and now this is in the line of fire. Hey, Flicker Alex, greetings. Yeah, thank you, Miceli. So it's tricky, but yeah, you do have to think about how you're going to defend d4 because black will play c5 in the Grunfeld and attack this pawn multiple times with these pieces. So, you know, I, for one line I've recommended, like I have a free Chessable course where I recommend various lines within d4. It's a d4 course for white. I actually recommend the line bishop c4, c5, knight e2. And this is a mainline variation, but I like the logic behind it. So you're playing your bishop out somewhere good, put some pressure here, but you're not blocking your queen. And you're developing the knight to e2 so that in the event of something like this, where black is looking to create problems a la the game we just played by pinning this knight, you always have the option of f3. It's a big difference between putting the knight on f3 versus e2. You can do this, you can block, And you have ample defenders here. This is totally fine for white. In fact, this would be better for white. So you might think about a setup like that. Bishop c4, knight e2, castle. This bishop usually coming to e3 to reinforce. Keep those pawns where they're at. That should be fine. But thanks for the game. All right, Paul, good luck. Get a 2,000 plus player. The pumpkin is staying until Christmas. I don't know. I might have to get some other fall/winter decoration out. Oh, okay. We have the Latvian Gambit. Interesting. Yeah, I could do a turkey, although, Thanksgiving is, of course, strictly an American holiday. It'd be nice to do something international. But I kind of like having something back there. I did move the king right behind the pumpkin. All right, in this position, I always forget what to play here. I'm going to go knight e3. Then I'm going to meet c6 with d5. That's the plan. I like the idea of trying to strand this pawn. Also, knight e3 allows white to play bishop e2 and threaten this, and it defends that, importantly. So let's go for that. Is Latvian Gambit dubious? Yeah. Yeah, most people consider it to be pretty dubious for black. It's probably borderline losing, honestly. I know international master Christoph Selecki, a.k.a. Chess Explained, he has very harsh words for the Latvian Gambit. He thinks it's an atrocious opening. And it makes sense from a theoretical perspective. It's pretty hard to believe black can get away with playing like a King's Gambit in reverse, and white already having played knight f3. But, it is a romantic opening. It's never so clear-cut. Festivus pull. Yeah, I like that idea. All right, interesting. So this knight's probably coming here. I'm tempted to rearrange and actually bring this knight to f4. I might do that because that also enables the bishop to come out, whether it's to e3 or maybe I go to g5 first even. Maybe I do this, like knight e5, bishop g5, followed by knight f4 in the future. Kind of like that idea. John, what is your affiliation with Lichess, or do they just let you stream on this account? Yeah, so I've been using Lichess for a long time. Actually, some of the early arenas that I recorded are pretty funny to look back on because there's so few players compared to what you guys are used to now. So it's really interesting to see just from a historical chess perspective how much the site has grown. But no, Lichess has just contacted various streamers to do Lichess plays, and it's become a weekly thing with me and other streamers too. That we get on the Lichess account, just encourage people to use the site, and just make it a fun event for the community. This is a bit tricky because there's a lot of pressure here. I don't really know if I want to take, but I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna play bishop g5. Yeah, thank you, Jimmy. And I'm going to try to go here, put pressure on this. That being said, black has arguably a connected center now. We'll see if black can keep it together on the wings, but the center is looking pretty good. I don't have a center to speak of. So in the pawn play department, black may be better here, but, with this many pawns advanced, weaknesses are inevitably created. However, I do feel like black can keep this together, and this knight is pretty bad for me. So we'll see what Paul 8900 does. Let's try to cause some problems still. So queen here. Maybe I'll castle this way. If c5, I'm thinking queen over here. This is just going to get sharp. Okay, now let's say black castles. I have some ideas like this even. Does it work though? I'm very tempted, but it may not work yet. I'm going to castle this way first because I don't want anything bad to happen down on f2. Now, if here, there's bishop c4. Very important. And my opponent missed that. Maybe black could have inserted knight b6. I think knight b6 would have been a good move on the previous move. Now black is busted. But still got to finish the job. That's always the case. You can't relax. If take, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to try to hide with my king. Okay, okay. Let's go back. Ooh, bishop. All right. Thank you for the game, Paul. Interesting one. Very interesting. I'm going to venture to say you were better. Right around here. Knight b6. Computer says equal. This is a sharp position, though. Yeah. It's teetering on the brink. Like, is this pawn center strong or weak? Can black defend against the various threats I'm going to throw at you, or are you going to roll me over with those pawns? Quite close. Seems like here, yeah, the engine likes your position if you castle. -2. So that's a pretty big deal. So I think you made the Latvian Gambit work pretty well. I got to look this line up, how to play it. I know sometimes they do play an early f3. Yeah, that's the main move here. White's scoring pretty well. I tend to play this move because it's kind of strategic and it's easy to remember. But yeah, it looks like I need to do a bit of homework on this line. Is the big king 3D printed? No, it's not. It's just like a plastic wood composite type thing. Yeah. Nice game, Paul. That was a fun one. All right, who's up next? Past subject. Let's do this. Let's play in English. Godzinsko says, interesting thing about I Am Selecki and Latvian Gambit is that one time we baited him to play it on stream and he beat a GM with it. You just continually asked him to play it? Yeah, Christoph is the type of chess player. He almost takes personal offense if his opponent plays a dubious opening. He's a chess purist in that sense. And he knows a lot. He is, extremely proficient with his opening knowledge. So I think because he spends a lot of time analyzing openings, it's like an affront to him if someone routinely plays a bad opening in his mind. Trying to get the bishop pair here. Wibster on YouTube asking, John, what do you think of players who stick to setups like Stonewall and Hanham Philidor? Would you say that's fine for up to 2200? Or should they study theoretical lines more? Whoa. All right. I was not expecting that. But okay. I guess we'll take it. Don't cheat, everyone out there. That was an abrupt ending to that game. They got booted. I don't think I've ever seen that particular message come up. All right. Well, thank you, Lichess mods. Let's move on. To answer your question, what do I think of players who stick to setups like Stonewall and Hanham? Yeah, if you're just looking for convenient openings to play and you're not so worried about your long-term development, you can play those systems for a long time. But if you really want to broaden your horizons, for sure, I don't think systems are the way to go. I think they should be used selectively. London, Tory, whatever. I don't think most people should make those their main lines. Yeah, I don't know if that was automatic or not. That's a good question. I think maybe one of the Lichess mods in the chat, No Joke or Numeroid, could shed more light on it, but we're learning a lot about the way Lichess works today. It's great. If it said cheat detected, stands to reason it is automatic. All right, I'm going to try for this plan. This is always a fun little plan. Oh, interesting, Flicker Alex. Okay. I was going to flag them anyways, don't worry. No, of course, never good to play a cheater. Okay, now this is a thematic mistake. G4 traps the knight. You want to ingrain this pattern in your head. Knights on the rim like that, they are subject to attack from knight pawns. Yeah, this was just kind of a passive opening by black. It was an exchange Slav where black took with the knight on d5, so it kind of transposes to like a martial defense. But white is comfortably better with the two center pawns and also black's bishop being blocked in. Not a line you want to get involved with. All right, now here's the key. We pre-move this. We make it look like we blundered. And again, we're going to hit them with bishop c4. But Ben is suspicious. Ben knows there's potentially a reason I'm giving them a knight. Uh-huh. Yeah, now threatening queen takes d5. Okay. Let's keep the knight. I'm envisioning some sort of knight g6 operation in the near term. Let's go here. Let's control g8. How am I going to make this happen? I need this file to be open. I wish this pawn were gone because then I would be threatening this. Oh, it's so close. You know, I can try to get my queen to h5 in some capacity. Like a knight h4 type move. Take, check, take. I think that actually works. I mean, for style points, it's a double exclam. For practical purposes, it might be a double question mark. I think that works, though. I'm not saying a defense. Let's go for it. I know you guys would want me to, so I have you guys in mind. Let's do it. Johnny, have you ever played Eric Rosen OTB or online? We've only played online. Yeah, we've never played OTB. I haven't played a whole lot of like the really popular streamers like Levy, Eric. I haven't played either of them over the board before, even though I've seen them at tournaments. They're both somewhat younger than me, so like maybe that's why we haven't crossed paths so much. Like I'm trying to think if I've even seen Levy at a tournament. Like I don't know that I've met Levy in person, even though we're both IMs from the US. Yeah, G5. I was wondering about this move. I can always go here if I want. But if pawn takes, then bishop takes h4. That still looks pretty fun and good, though. So I'm probably going to play it. Yeah. It's also G7. Trying to think if I... probably go with this one. Again, I'm looking for a style points checkmate, but don't necessarily try this at home. Caveat. I'm thinking rook g1 is pretty good here. Queen takes e5. I probably just play king f1. I think that's basically GG. Yeah, too much pressure. This bishop here is quite nice, controlling g8 at any given time. All right. G7 wins the queen. I could take g6. Let's just go for the queen win. Okay, and now probably here. If you see a good move, look for a more stylish one. Okay, thank you for the game, Ben. Yeah, so you definitely want to take on d5 with the pawn in this case. That's kind of the whole point of c6 is that you support that center pawn with a pawn. You're ready to recapture. But as played, I just think it's tough for black to even get close to equality here because, I mean, your pawn is blocking your development a little bit. It's 2 center pawns against 1. Maybe you can try to get the light square bishop outside the chain, but when you play e6 for sure, that sort of relegates you to a passive defense. And here you got to play knight d5 or some other knight move. But honestly, even knight d5, queen e4, I think is pretty nice for white. Maybe the engine will come up with something even better. h4, yeah, also an idea. Looking for bishop takes h7, followed by knight g5, queen h5. Oh, did I have mate in 1? Hold up. Oh. Oh. For some reason, I thought this was defended. Even though I played knight h5. Well, yeah, as the saying goes, if you see mate in 1, look for better. That's weird. I played this move like knowing it coordinated with the queen, but for some reason I thought the g7 square was actually defended. But, you know, it happens. Oh, maybe I was thinking I was threatening queen e8, because that's another mate threat, but then black did cover it. So, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't connect it to that. Okay, thanks for the game, Ben. Okay, Ogdensburg. Good luck. Let's play b3 in this game. Where are my b3 cowboys at? Mohammed on YouTube asked, John, is it advisable to play easy-to-play openings like the Jobava London continually until you reach like 2,000 and then studying further? That's kind of similar to the question we got not long ago. I would say, systems are not the best approach when it comes to openings, and you should expose yourself to a wide variety of systems. However, I would also say Jobava is not an easy opening by any means. Let me make that clear. The Jobava is very complicated and dynamic. That one, too, I think that's best used as a selective weapon. I don't think it should be a mainline weapon for most any player. Is that moldy pumpkin still with you in the background? Yeah, it is. You guys want to see it? Let's see its progress. You guys like this shirt, by the way? There is a shirt like this in the Lichess store. This one is not one that you can get on Lichess necessarily, but they have a horsey version of this shirt. So if you're interested, you can check it out in the Lichess merch store. Yeah, this is the uncarved pumpkin. It's getting kind of moldy and spotty. I got to figure out what to do with it. I never carved it, but and that other pumpkin is fake. Just to be clear. It's organic. Put it in the garden. I don't have a garden. I live in the city in an apartment. Pumpkin soup. It's an interesting idea. All right, let's jump up. Feel like there might be some trouble here. Maybe queen a4 coming. Use the horsey piece set. I will for the final game. We're going to have a riot if I use it before the final game. There's sometimes even a riot when I use it in the final game. So, I don't know. E4 looks a little anti-positional, but I'm going to do it. It does strongly support this, but generally, like, you don't want this hole here that the opponent can try to exploit later. So I have mixed feelings about this, but I'll play it. Ooh, okay. Take is not advisable. Yeah, I think that knight was proving to be an annoyance for black, but no, the wheels are fully coming off here. I think we may see another blunder like this. Black is desperate to, release the pressure, but Yeah, you can't take that knight too soon. But that's what happens when there's like a piece hanging over your head. It's kind of the value of an outposted knight like that. Creates some even psychological issues for the opponent. Predicting the blunders, savage. I attribute that to all the coaching I do. Because people tend to have like fairly predictable thought patterns below like 2,000, let's say, even up to like 2,200. I definitely don't have a 100% success rate in predicting blunders, but like here, a common blunder would be something like this, like forgetting that I'm threatening the rook. Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry, A. Ginsburg. I just have to laugh at that, but I'm sorry. That's kind of cruel. This is good advertising for my coaching, right? So if you want to stop blundering in this way, contact John Bartholomew. No, but again, it's not A. Ginsburg. Like, people make blunders like that constantly. Long range moves that undefend pieces, stepping into attacks that don't look obvious in the moment, but when a move is played, there's a weakness. Alignment tactics happen a lot, like very frequent blunders involving alignment. Commercial time, yeah. You've out-profited Danya. But yeah, A. Ginsburg, I think you should deal with this position like castles here, and then maybe think about bishop takes d5. You can honestly probably ignore that knight, because it looks great, but it's not doing a whole lot. You've got all these points defended, so I think if you castle right there, you're all good. Smolian says, yeah, I lost my queen in a long-range horizontal rook move recently. Yeah, really watch those alignment tactics. Long-range diagonal and also file alignment, even when there's pieces in the way. Mr. Aces, good luck. Even I make blunders like that from time to time. All right, Grunfeld, here we go. I'll try to play that line I was recommending. There are a million different systems against the Grunfeld. There's a whole galaxy of lines that, white can try and black has to be aware of, and also lines, to be fair, that black can try too within the Grunfeld. We might even get to one of these branching points here. This is kind of a branching point in this variation. This is one of the sharper lines. Black can play knight a5. Looks like an odd move, but there's two lines here. Bishop takes f7, as played in the famous Karpov versus Kasparov match, their very first match, I believe. Is it the first match or the second match? They had one match. The first match was aborted. But yeah, they played a bunch of games in that variation back in the mid-1980s. And there's also this line where white backs off the bishop and even offers this pawn. I've had some success with this line. Is Grunfeld a person or a place? It is a person. Yehuda Grunfeld. Yeah, we did get snow, Drazinho. We did. Just yesterday. Bishop takes f7, and then what? So with bishop f7, white wins a pawn. Take, and then takes here. However, the black knight does get to c4. It's not the healthiest pawn for white because the pawns will be doubled. So there is a trade-off there. Now, rook c8, I think, is not so good because I can do this, and this pawn might hang. We will see. I am in Minneapolis. It's always a bit risky to take this if they have the b6 move in reply, so I'm just thinking now if my bishop can get out against that, and I think it can. So I think it's okay to take. But again, I'm just double checking. Take b6. Take on c8. Yeah, I think it's all right. So let's do it. But always, if you're going to take a rook pawn like that, double check. Make sure that b6, or if it's on the king side, like a g3 move, make sure that that doesn't hurt you. There's a famous game in chess history where That bishop took a pawn. It was an early game in the Fischer-Spassky match, actually the very first game of the match. A non-forfeited game, that is. Fischer went for that bishop takes h2, and Fischer knew that the bishop would get trapped, but he was trying to play too aggressively for a win, and it backfired. Exactly, Florida JP. I don't know about bishop e6. I maybe should have gone there to neutralize that bishop, but if rook c8, maybe I'll do this. I'm thinking. Attack the knight, also attack down here. Is there a big Appleus? Well, there is the big apple. But big Appleus, biggie Appleus, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it was actually bishop takes h2 flicker, Alex. But yeah, it did backfire on him. Although I think analysis revealed that he actually could draw after that, but he had to play super accurately. Okay, e6 played. I still might go queen a3 because it's pretty awkward to defend this, right? I don't even know if black can. And even this move, I think, wins the knight. I think that's good knight. Unless I'm missing something here. I don't think black has a way out of this because, again, I'm restricting all these squares. Yeah, it just takes. Take here now. Okay, I'll trade. Probably d6. Maybe I'll coordinate a little more. Get the rook behind the pawn first. And then defend here. Loose bishop, but I don't think black can win it. I might try to play bishop d4 soon just to neutralize my opponent's bishop. Take. Just make a trade. Yeah, longer range move again. Somewhat long range. But the game was over. Yeah, thank you for the game, Mr. Aces. So that position there, again, important position in chess history. Don't know if the engine will or the database will show it, but yeah, Karpov-Kasparov. Maybe it was one of the later matches. This is from 1988. Could have been their second or third match then. Third match, maybe. But yeah, this is a branching point in this variation. I played bishop d3. Looks like it gets played more often. Bishop takes f7. You can see there's a high proportion of draws here. So that's a throwback game from 1988. I was just a toddler at that time. I had no idea what chess was. And here, black almost always takes the pawn on a2. This is a pawn sacrifice by white. Queen a4, bishop comes back, d5. There's quite a bit of theory here, too. You can see we're following a lot of games. Interesting line, though. Black doesn't win very often in this line, so white has good compensation. Yeah, thank you, Nevo. McAces, thank you very much. Yeah, that was a clean game, actually. Engine, the auto analysis gives me only a 15 average centipawn loss. All right. Shantham Grarks. Okay, let's do this. I think we played before. Yeah, 2 games in the past. Tough player. Good luck. Hopefully you're there. We've had some fun games today. Shantham? All right, we're going to have to move on. I'm sorry, we got to keep the train going. Okay, Desire 4. Let's play d4 in this game. I'm thinking some offbeat d4 line once again. If my opponent's there. What line do I want to play? We'll see what black plays. Knock, knock again. Everyone's AFK right now. All right, we got to keep going. I hate to do it. I know many of you challenged a while ago, but those are the rules. Okay, Tupper. We're going to have luck with Tupper? I think Tupper will be here. There we go. All right. Maybe like an Evans Gambit. Again, it really depends if black allows it. Black allows it. Let's play Evans. How many of you guys play the Evans Gambit? Captain Evans's Gambit. I know a little bit of theory here, not a huge amount. You guys do? I know Agad Mator likes this opening a lot. There's like, an ongoing gag on his channel about the Evans Gambit. Knight e7, I feel like I should know this. I think Knight g5 is playable. Let's do it. I believe black can play d5 here. Okay, that one I think runs into this. I think d5 is the move. But this is something that can happen early on where white gets multiple attacks going. So this is already pretty much winning for white. I want to say I've had this exact position before. Bishop takes h6 now. And if take, that's checkmate. How many of you guys know the move there after knight g5? It's either knight e5 or d5. I don't remember which one. And black took, but looking pretty grim even if black doesn't take. Let me see. This I haven't looked at this for a long time. I played this line once from the black side. I think the move is d5. Let's check, though. This will be helpful if you guys play this opening. And by the way, when looking in the opening, like early on, if you're trying to figure out how to improve, I would highly recommend using this database tool. It's this little book button. It's blocked by my webcam right now, but it's right on the bottom right-hand corner of the analysis board on most of your screens. Use this database. Use the Masters database. You can look at the Lichess database as well if you want more games, albeit a lower quality of sample. But yeah, you want to aggressively use this database when looking at the trends. You can use the engine too, for sure, but generally the database is going to be a better guide. It's human practice accumulated over decades, centuries even. Yeah, d5 is the move. Large proportion of draws here, and black even wins a lot more than white does. So I think the knight g5 move is considered a little dubious. Yeah, c takes d4 looks like it scores well. However, this is one of the higher quality lines for black. So knight g5 and now d5 to block the bishop. E takes d5 and then knight e5, right. And this follows some theory. Never play f6 except in this position. Yeah, I don't know this very well beyond the first few moves. Okay. Thank you, Tooper, for the game. So yeah, that is a variation. One of the best responses for black. Bishop a5. Bishop e7 is also pretty good. That's quite a solid way to meet the Evans as well if you want to accept it. Play the bishop back here. Those are the top two moves. But definitely got to know what you're doing if white's prepared. LB Hikes, good to see you. Good luck for the game. I saw you in chat earlier. All right, let's play a Scandi against LB Hikes. Let's play a knight f6. Let's play a modern Scandi, shall we? Shall I insist on gambiting a pawn? This is a slightly dubious gambit, but that hasn't stopped us today. How about I go all the way? How about I really make this a double gambit? 2 pawns. Okay, LB Hikes doesn't want the second pawn. I'll try to give him another chance to take it, but I don't know that he's going to do it. He seems a little suspicious of my intentions. All right. Now, whenever I see this move with the bishop unsupported, I look at this and then a check, trying to win here. However, a lot of times they're going to have queen takes g4 against this. So I don't think it's going to work. Let's play this move. I'm being very tricky with LB Hikes. I'm going to threaten this. Always take the second pawn. Generally, the engine will like it, yeah. This is kind of reverse Danish, yep. All right, queen d2, not bad, not bad. So if takes, rook b1, I don't know if I like that very much, so I'm just going to take. I need to resolve the issue there at this point. This maybe? Here, 94, though, I don't know. All right, let's make this wild. Let's see what happens. Fun variation. Okay, I'm finally done with my first coffee. I had about this much when we started. I had a little less than half of this, and I'm just now finishing it. I can really conserve my coffee. I've got an entire cup still. It's now cold, unfortunately. Okay, that's not very good. But I'm going to drink it nonetheless. Okay, now I take and attack these. Problems on the dark squares here for white. Ever play the Nescafe Frappe opening? No, but that's funny. I posted something on Twitter about that opening. I posted a little meme having to do with the Nescafe Frappe attack. Actual name for a chess opening. It's in the Benko Gambit. All right, I'm really going to be cruel to LB Hikes. Oh no, my bishop. What's my local time? It is 3 o'clock p.m. 1500 for some of you. Okay, probably take here is the easiest. Wins a rook, right? Also try for this, some sort of mate, but I'm not seeing it. Okay. We're going to play a little ring around the rosy here. Okay, thank you for the game, LB Hikes. Tricky, tricky. Yeah, this is just an interesting, pretty coffee house way to play for me, but pretty fun. I think, LB Hikes, I think you should just try to complete your kingside development a little bit quicker here. Like maybe bishop e2 in this position. Bishop e2, knight f3, castle. Against a lot of these gambits, you want to secure your queen. Your queen. That's a queen and a king combined. You want to secure your king as quickly as possible. That's why I said queen. I was trying to say king and quickly, so I just merged the two. So therefore, since it's hard to castle queenside here, you want to try to do that before I drum up any tactics. Although now that I look at it, bishop e2, maybe I still have queen b6. Let me look at this from white's point of view. What would I do if I were playing white here? Maybe I wouldn't play d3. Oh, I think you should probably take and play bishop e5. Like, that's likely what the engine's going to say. Yeah, queen. Kind of late for a coffee? You must not know my streams and my coffee schedule. But yeah, I agree. For most people, it would be. Yeah. So if you guys face this variation, I would recommend taking and probably giving this check. Like, to me, this check looks appealing because you can buy time for that development and then castle. The engine's really not impressed by black's counterplay. It is very much like a Danish, though. Something to look into there. All right. Who's up next? Chess Mining. Good luck. I saw you in the chat as well. Double duck formation? What's that? Let's play g6 against this one. Yeah, thank you, LB Hikes. That's probably good for your health, though, Ozers. Gotta be careful with the caffeine. I feel like I know my limits pretty well at this point, but I definitely have more caffeine than the recommended dosage. I think like the most recommendations, like as a daily max, are like 400 milligrams. And I'm probably upwards of like 600 to 800, which I think is like not a huge issue, but I do have to be careful. And if I do drink it too late in the day, it will affect my sleep for sure. Hello, Sin ECO. Yeah, I got some comments about my YouTube absence. Yeah, I will be posting on YouTube. I just haven't had the motivation really to do it much recently. but I think I'll get that motivation back. This is an interesting move. Let me think. Interesting. I don't know which pawn to take or if I should just continue developing. I don't know. I'm going to play a weird-looking move, I think. It can maybe get me in trouble. Take e4. Let's try it, though. Looks interesting. Let's do it. All right, take. Sorry to hear that, Ozzers. Yeah, hopefully that clarifies for you. You don't like Americanos? I have Americanos sometimes. I used to drink iced Americanos almost exclusively, actually. When I first started getting into caffeine, I would go to Starbucks. I would study for my law school entrance exam at that time, and just drink iced Americanos. I think Americanos have some of the lowest acidity of coffee drinks that you can concoct. So that's one reason it appealed to me. It's low calorie, too. No calorie, basically. Yeah, I was in law school for 1 semester. All right. This bishop's undefended. I don't know if I can exploit that, though. If I take, knight takes, there's bishop takes g2, but you got to assume white's going to take with the queen. But then I can take on f3. That looks pretty nice, actually. Let's do that. I can wreck these pawns. White must take. And then what? Knight e5 is obvious, but I don't know if I want to go for that. Let's play e6. Feel like that's useful here. Also, I hit this. Okay. Again, knight e5, incredibly obvious move. Just don't know if it's best. Okay, I'm going to set a little trap. I don't know if this is really a trap. I'll just play it, though. Oh, yeah, I think I heard the same thing. Akis. Are we going to see Bartholomew and Associates law firm? Definitely not. I am not at all qualified to offer legal advice. Again, I only did 1 semester. You don't get to anything specialized in 1 semester. Oh, chess mining. Blunder the fork. Yeah. So kind of got to go bishop e4 or bishop e2 here, but tough position. You're down a pawn. King's kind of wrecked. But thank you for the game. I feel like this position when I played bishop e6 was critical right here. It's hard to see what the best way through this maze is. The engine wants you to take. Wow, it doesn't want me to take. Interesting, because of b4. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty hard to see. b4. And I suppose if I take, something bad is going to happen. Check. Let's say knight back, and then rook takes b7. Yeah, for an engine, this is obvious. Not for us mortals. But the oracle says that white is crushing in that case. I think as played, you just got to give a little more deference to the attack here. So got to deal with that somehow. So I can see why d takes c5 should be played somewhere around here. Thanks for the game, chess mining. Okay. Nick. Let's go e4 against Nick. I've been playing a lot of e4 lately. I'm trying to get back into the habit of playing this regularly. Let's play an advanced variation. And h4. How many of you play this line? It's a fun one. Okay, I've had some insane variations with this. I have yet to look this line up, but I've been meaning to. Yeah, this is how it went. Okay, now I have to think again. This is bad. I shouldn't be thinking. So take here, take here. I think I go knight out. Yeah, night out. I had a game on my. It was either last Lichess plays or my stream recently. I had an insane game in this line. Utterly insane. I think I played knight c3 here. Or did I? No. I went e6. That's right. E6. To stop black from playing e6. This is some highly theoretical stuff. Yeah. This is a good reminder. Who remembers this game I'm talking about now? If you, I can't remember if it was last Lichess plays or on my stream. I know one of you has seen it though. All right, now I'm gonna go queen e2. I think so. It's a double pawn sack. I'm trying to gum up black's development. That's the main idea of this. We're even offering that one, but yeah, I don't think this one would be advisable for black to take. Okay. Yep. Let's go. I could play c3 or knight c3. Knight c3, d4, probably not in my favor. I'd like to accelerate my development, but I feel like this is best. Hit the queen, and maybe I can go knight e5 in the near term. All right. Yeah, let's go here. Exactly, Tafaska. That's right. It was a wild game. Okay, let's do this. Probably pretty dubious still, but I think for a 3-0 Blitz game, this is going to be tough for black, even if they get castled. Because it just takes so long to unwind the king side. I've got stuff I can do that's annoying in the meantime. Yeah, we'll click on that afterwards, Guido Tolio. Thank you for the link. John, when is the Battle Spikes haircut coming back? I don't know. I've been keeping this down lately. My hairline's receding, so I got to protect it. It's not looking too hot anymore if I put up the Battle Spikes. It's rough coming to grips with your age, you know? But I feel good. All right, let's play. I could take here, maybe. Now let's play b4. Let's clamp. b4, a4. I know, right? The Battle Spikes may be semi-retired. Let's take here now. And now I'm going to castle short, assuming black takes. Definitely don't mind black taking this pawn. I think I have a pretty nice attack here. We'll see what happens, but this looks real interesting. I'm seeing like some Boden's made ideas long term. Let's get this bad boy over. Pressure. This bishop is a beast. Star of the position. Making things highly uncomfortable for my opponent. Oh, baby. This might be a crusher. Hold. Stand by. Stand by for tactics. If take, rook b8. And if queen takes, we're getting all the pieces involved here. And bishop c6, I just take it because of the pin. Yeah, this is the type of fun stuff that, you know, in a classical game, I'd have a hard time getting away with. But in a Blitz game, definitely Pog. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Buster Rogers. Yeah, glad you like this background here. I can copy you guys the link if you want. Let me do that after this game. Ooh, bishop b5. All right. Creative defense, but I don't think it's going to matter. Could just take with the bishop. Could probably take here too. Rook takes c5. Maybe the king squirts away. Over to e. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. What? I was just gesturing. But dude, look, this worked out because they're kind of blundering this move. Oh, man. Hold up. I want to finish this in style. Oh, I see something sick. Hold up. I see a sick conclusion to this. Wait, I didn't have to take the bishop, though, to do that. I could just do that right away. Okay, but it looked cooler to sacrifice the queen. Okay. That really threw me at the end. I was just gesturing, and I played c4. Fortunately, I played a move that didn't actually hang my queen. That was rough. Black was so shocked and had so little time, they didn't realize bishop takes a6 was possible. Oh, yeah, that gets the double question mark. Let that be a lesson to you. If you try to style in a dead winning position, you might mouse slip. I'm getting too fancy here. I'm looking for a checkmate. Yeah, bishop takes b7 is good. Just taking the bishop is good. Yeah, this does look pretty strong, allowing for that to come in and play c4. Yeah, and I actually could have mated with just bishop c6 and rook here. I don't know why I thought I had to sack the queen to make this work. But again, if you see mate in 2, in this case, look for better. Yeah, fun game. Fun stuff. I wonder how many master games have been played in this line. Let's check real briefly. Okay, no one plays e6, huh? What's this one? Let me see that. Let me just open that. Guido Tolio. Yeah, there's a game that I played super similar. Actually, I think I can see it in my database. Right here. Oh, I have 2 games. Yeah, 2 games. What happened in this one? This one I lost. I think this is the game in question. Izzy Go. Yeah, I played e6. Played it the same way. The engine really does not like this approach, though, huh? Why does it hate it so much? I guess it just thinks that I'm down multiple pawns. So, okay, I'll have to look into this position. Queen g4. And it looks like the top players, and you see how I'm clicking through the databases? You guys can do this. You all have access to this. Masters, Lichess, and Player. So on the Masters database, looks like they like to castle here, or bishop takes f5. Yeah, I'm trying to stop e6, but maybe e6 isn't that big of a deal. They play it like this, and they try to develop. Okay. I don't know. I'll probably play e6 again because it's fun. What is player? So player, you can look up any player and see what they've played. So I have myself selected here, but you can toggle that. You can, within the settings, if you just click this little wheel, you can type in any player if I click that. Also, you can filter by time control. It's a really nice feature that Lichess has implemented recently. It's like the website Opening Tree, if you guys have used that in the past, but now it's right on Lichess. All right, thanks for the game, Nick. Pretty fun one. We got time for a couple more games, so let's do this. Peronistas. Let's play e4 again. We're getting really interesting games here. I'm going to have to go back and look at my reaction to the c4 move. In hindsight, that was a pretty fortunate mouse slip. That could have been much worse, given that my queen was under attack. But there are always those weird threats on b7, too, so... Okay, this is a nice little line. Black goes here. Yeah, I've played this variation before, too. It is not bad. Michael Adams likes to play this for black. Yeah, that's exactly right, fly half. Yup. Precisely. Let's support the center. Can you save positions on the play engine feature? Save positions. Well, you can create a Lichess study if you go to learn and then study. That's the best way to like save your material within Lichess, in my experience. I use the study feature all the time. I have an enormous amount of studies, only a couple of which are publicly available, but I use it for most of my teaching these days. Hey, handles? No, I haven't. I've heard He's been playing very well. I think he dropped like 50 the other day, right? In some game. Okay. Yeah, Paranistas is playing this well, putting pressure here. This is challenging for sure. Knight here, take. I don't know. Maybe I might need bishop b5. I'm not too keen on that move, but I might need it. Yeah, let's play it. I got to try to counteract the pressure here. So queen takes d4, not advised. Even taking, then queen takes d4. I'd have queen takes in reply. He dropped 50, then 40. Wow, okay. What a beast. Here? This is not really a threat, so I think I can develop. I don't know what was a bigger highlight today, that mouse slip or that game where I was predicting the moves. I feel kind of bad about that game, to be honest, because I don't want to make fun of my opponents in any way. I don't want it to be perceived that way. But it was just so prescient because I was talking about the blunders that they might make, and they made like 2 big consecutive blunders exactly like that. The mouse slip took you from plus 14 to minus 4. Wow. Yeah. This is a nice one to play because now queen takes d5 is met by knight c7. So this is trouble for black. Take, take. If bishop d7, I take here. We get the fork. All in good fun. That's right. Yeah. Okay, let's go here. Bishop b5. I'll play b3. Stabilize. Just a useful move to play. Why don't I do double streaming? I mean, this is a Lichess event and function, and I don't know if that's even a thing. I guess maybe you could do it. But this is, I want to support Lichess and make sure that the attention is on their channel. Okay, lots of threats brewing here. This is going to be too much, I believe, for my opponent. Do I take this first? Let's do it. Okay, and resignation. Interesting one. Thanks for the game, Pernistas. I think knight takes d5 is pretty good for white here. Yeah. So you got to find some better way to play this position. Looks like the engine likes your game here. If you take, and play, bishop c5. That's fancy. Look at that move. Bishop c5, idea being take, queen takes, and then double attack here and here. Oh, that was your game. Yeah. Okay, Guido. Yeah, bishop c5. That's too tough. It did feel like there was some way you could calm this position down, though. So, all right. Thanks for the game. We'll play one more regular game, and then we'll play our Bong Cloud game with the horsey set. Kolya, good luck. Hopefully you're there, Kolya. All right. Have I promised to play any opening? I don't know. Let's play Pirtz. Just chose something. I know people request openings. Someone requested a Kalashnikov earlier, although that requires some cooperation from white, right? Because that's only in the open Sicilian. Let's play G6. We'll play a mainline Pirtz. Opening nomenclature is weird, right? Don't you guys think? Because the naming of a variation depends at what point you're at in the line. Like, that's just something that to a chess player may be obvious when you've seen that in action and you're used to referring to openings by certain names, but it's kind of weird when you think about it. Like, you can have a king's pawn opening and then enter the Sicilian defense, and then enter the Alapin or the open Sicilian if white plays knight f3, And then the open Sicilian, you can get into the Dragon, the Najdorf, the Sveshnikov. Then you can get into sub variations like the English attack of the Najdorf variation. It's really like not a good system. Okay, same principle here. If takes, they would lose the rook. So no capture. Let's take here. Hello, Muster. Greetings, greetings. I'm going to keep the queens on board. Will we see any opening named after a modern player? You know, yeah, I've speculated about that recently too. There are some examples, probably a big one being Badur Jobava and the Jobava London. He's most commonly associated with that opening now. So that's a pretty big achievement for someone. That's pretty massive to have like a major branch, just a few moves into the opening named after you, essentially. I think Richard Rapport gets some credit there too, sometimes. But yeah, it doesn't happen too often. It's increasingly hard because just a lot of the best lines have been explored already. Yeah, it's most likely to happen with sidelines for sure. Couldn't Lichess campaign to rename the Stafford Gambit as the Stafford-Rosen Gambit? Yeah, Eric might have a claim to that, right? It's certainly in terms of popularizing it. All right. I might need to pay some deference to knight g5. So let's go here. Dubov has a couple sidelines informally named after him. Interesting. Yeah, thanks for noticing, Mustar. I did move the king. That's right. Good game by Kolyab here, by the way. Not giving me a whole lot to work with. I tried to play that early b4 and kind of trick them, but didn't exactly work out. I think they dealt with it pretty well. This position looks dynamically about equal, I would say. Okay, let's play this just to reinforce this a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Punro. Jason asking on predictions for the World Championship. I don't have any exciting predictions. I'm going to go boring and say Magnus wins in the classical portion pretty handily. Let's say by I don't know. He'll win by 2 games. Ooh, tactic here. It's almost time, Flodakash. Hello to you, by the way. Flood, are you a mod as well? I see you're a mod on Twitch, but are you a Lichess mod too? Yeah, so that was a tactic involving a pin. Oh, nice, Floyd. Cool. What is this browser theme called? So yeah, I'll post the link to this. This is just something someone posted on Reddit a while back, and I liked it. So you can customize what background you want to use on Lichess. So I decided to use it. Now, common blunder for me would be rook b8. A lot of people would make that blunder, honestly. They're looking for an open file with the rook. They're like, oh, let's invade on the queen side. And they forget about the bishop sitting in the corner. So don't be like that. What do I want to do here? Let's just expand. Let's play f5. Defend this. Threaten this still. Looks like Ubuntu wallpaper. Oh, interesting. Okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, I'll post this link in the chat if you guys are interested. I got to hurry here a little bit. Kolyab's also getting low on time. Now, if the knight moves, potential mate here. Potential. All right, we're going to get the victory. F4 also good. Yeah, thank you for the game, Kolyab. Think you were holding your own up until knight takes c3. Yeah, so right there. It's an innocuous looking decision, but queen e2, yeah, that's pretty much the game after knight takes c3. Fork. And we got the attack down here. So I think you should trade queens at this point. Trade queens, maybe c4 at some stage. Try to use your pawns on the queen side at some point soon. Queen f5 I was mostly trying to trade and capture towards the center, get a little bit more control there. Okay, let me drop the link here if you guys like this background. I think I can post links in the chat. And again, it's fully customizable. So if you put an image that you've uploaded to a website on there, you can paste that link right there, and you can use that as the background on Lichess. Now, it probably has to be formatted correctly to the resolution size, but you can use it. That one that I linked, you can use it right now if you want, if you just paste that in. It's already formatted. Okay, you guys know what time it is. We're a little bit over time, but we got to do it. It's tradition. It's time for Bong Cloud Horsey. Oh, we're going to have a challenge too. 1800. Anurag. Good luck. Oh, I hope you're there, Anurag. This is your chance. Knock, knock. We've come a calling. All right. AFK, we got to make this happen. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2206. Okay, at least we get a Bong Cloud classical variation. E4, E5. Bunka S, indeed. Bong Cloud classical, though. Let's go. We're going to get it early. We get an early queen trade. Okay, that saps a lot of the interest in the position, I would say. This is actually pretty acceptable, I think, for white. So I'm going to park the king on c2. We're going to search for new horizons for the king. This is okay. The king actually feels pretty comfortable here because it keeps a knight out. Winter Palace? Almost. Right? No joke. All right, f5, aggressive. If take, I can park the knight on e4. I'm not quite feeling that approach, though. I might just go here. Yeah, let's just develop there. And if takes, I can take with the knight. Attack the bishop on c5. Could even play knight g5 if I wanted to insert that move. Might be good, too. Yeah, this is an important line to know your theory on. That's right. Bishop c4 looks nice, but it runs into rook takes d2. Very important to note. h6 keeps my knight out, so I got to think how I want to handle this. I could maybe expand like b4 or something. Knight b3, certainly. Bishop d3. Generally, you don't want to play those moves, though. I think I might go bishop d3. I'd really like to take, though, to be honest. Oh, thank you, SK. How to make sense of this? You know what? Okay, let's play b4. I think I need to gain some space, and then I'm going to play knight c4 next move. And I'm going to try to attack the dark square bishop. That's the plan. We'll see if black sacrifices. I mean, maybe SK will decide to take on b4. You never know. Okay, jump up. This is the plan. I don't know. I just think this is a little sketchy for me. Probably not surprising given the opening I played. But maybe I can calm things down a bit. Yeah, let's take that. Then I'm going to take here. Yeah, this is the last game. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. As usual, this was a lot of fun. We'll do it again next week. And I have been playing viewers on my channel recently, too, so fear not if you didn't get a game in today. And there will be other Lichess plays possibly this week. The mods can let you know, or you can check out the archives, the past videos to see when that might be possible. I wonder if something like this will work. Bishop f5 coming after that, but I don't think it does. Stop the knight from coming here. So these bishops are nicely placed. This one's a little bit blocked, but I like my light square bishop for sure. Yeah, thank you, Steven, on YouTube, by the way. Thanks to all the YouTube viewers. Thanks, Brent, by the way. All right, possible new attacking idea here. Interesting. All right, let's play solid for the moment. I'm going to park this here on bishop h7, assuming. I'm going to park it there. We're going to defend. I still think black has some nice ways to play this, but we'll see what happens. Like, this pin is somewhat uncomfortable, for sure. Like, black could put a knight on d5 if they wanted. I would have to move this bishop more than likely. They're going for kind of a long maneuver. Makes sense. Let's take. All right, I have an idea now. We're going to go here. If take, I take with check, and then I'm going to park the bishop on f5 in an ideal world. I'm also hitting h6 for the record. Let the record state. Beautiful round bishops. Yeah, they are. They're kind of wide bishops. They look like penguins. And now we'll support that bishop. Oh, look at that. Outposted bishop. What's not to love? And h4, we're crashing through. Big time pressure. Take. I can take here. This pawn is going to fall. One of these pawns is going to fall, I think. Ooh, okay. Thank you, SK, for the game. Tough endgame. I wonder. Let me switch back to a normal set for a second. I wonder if you had something maybe around here. This is probably the moment where I was most vulnerable. Well, aside from like move 2. But I wasn't seeing like anything devastating for you. Doesn't look like the engine does either. Yeah. Maybe g5 is a bit loosening. I do kind of agree with the engine there. I get bishop e2 in. So it's suggesting some rerouting plans. Nothing too much to upset the apple cart, though. Yeah, these positions are deceptive because despite white's lack of development, it's more about the pawns here. You might think like, well, black has all these pieces out. Black's castled. You've already moved your king several times. How can white be even better or even equal? But it's mostly because the pawn structure for white is better than black's pawn structure. Oh, thank you, Slow Learner, a.k.a. SK. Yeah, thanks for the game. So especially this pawn on c3, black just doesn't have a lot of good squares to work with for their pieces, and black doesn't have much in the way of pawn play. So that's why this is an acceptable position for white. Yeah, I don't rightly know. I think white might be okay here. Trying to think where I'd offer you improvement advice, but fundamentally, probably you shouldn't trade queens when I played king e2 is the main thing. But thanks for the game. All right, I'm going to head out. Thanks, everyone, for sticking around a few extra minutes. Thanks to the Lichess mods in particular. Floyd, Numeroid, No Joke Chess. You guys are great. Make sure you support Lichess, whether it's just using the site or tuning into these streams. You can even financially support them if you're interested. You can get the wings next to your name like Klongbao does here. You can become a patron for, I believe, as little as $1 per month. It's an entirely free site and always will be free. So thank you guys. And hey, I'll see you guys next week, right? I'll probably be streaming a little bit on my channel too this week. So hope to see you around. Magnus is online. Oh, all right. Well, maybe we'll get to see some Magnus last minute prep and goofing off before the World Championship. Take care. We're going to raid Prague Queen next. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.